Wait a minute. Wait a minute.
What is up? What is up? What is up, ladies and gentlemen? It is your man, Jelani J.B. Bodie, host of this thing called The Wait a Minute Show. It's a sports show. Just reminder. It's just a reminder. Just a reminder. Most people already know that, but I got to throw that out there. But I am back in the building once again to give you your sports fix like I always do. Before we do anything, man, hopefully everybody has had a great weekend and hopefully you're having a great day and hopefully you're having a great week whenever that you are checking this out. So let's get that out the way. But also, another thing we need to get out the way. I need it. Like, subscribe, and holla at your boy in the channel. Comments, all that stuff. We take all that. So make sure you're doing that, man. Make sure you are subscribed so you get notified. Turn on those notifications so you know when your boy is on and everything is going down, right? So we got a few things that we're going to talk about, few items, right? NBA is really going to pick up now that All-Star weekend is over, and we got to talk about a little bit of football. You know, that's not going to go away. And I told you, it's not all the time, but this is something that we really need to speak of. I'm going to get a little baseball news as well, considering, or rather, with the New York Yankees. They made some changes just recently. So we'll get into that in just a moment. But the biggest thing that we're going to kick this thing off with is going to be Luka Doncic, right? Luka. Tomorrow, ladies and gentlemen, the first game happens. It's not happening in Dallas, but Luka will see his former team for the first time, where the Dallas Mavericks will travel to LA to take on the Los Angeles Lakers. So this is something that we've been waiting for. Everybody, I'm sure, is going to be watching and going to want to know, hey, what's going to happen? What's going to transpire? Is Luka going to point the finger at somebody? Is he going to give somebody the finger? Is he going to go crazy? Is he going to be mad? Is he going to be angry? Now, if Luka says, hey, it's just another game, it's the business, don't believe it. Don't believe it. That's a lie, ladies and gentlemen. A lie. I'm not believing that. Now, it is the business. But speaking of business, I'm sure Luka is in the business of giving his former team the business. There's going to be some things out there that I believe that he's going to try and prove, right? I'm sure he is not going to get off or let off the gas if he has the opportunity. And I'm just going to say it right now. I'm going to make a prediction. I'm going to make a prediction. I'm going to say Luka go for about 43, 44, 45, somewhere around there. 43 to 45 points to prove a message. Like, y'all messed up. Y'all blew it. Y'all messed up. Now you got the dude that you wanted. He's here now, right? So I do believe that Luka is going to go and have some extra motivation. Why wouldn't he? I believe the Lakers are going to push that narrative as well to say, let's get this for Luka. This is a game where I could see LeBron taking a step back and saying, Luka, do your thing, bruh. And I'm for it. I'm all for it. Yes, you got rid of me. Whatever it is the situation was. We don't know the whole details. We don't know the specifics. We know sources saying this and that and the other and all that stuff. But you guys got rid of me. Y'all sent me packing. Now it's time for me to pack you up. And I expect to see this in this game, right? This is a late game, too, because I'm here in Atlanta on the East Coast, and this is 10 o'clock, and I will be right there in front of the TV watching it to see what's going to transpire, what's going to happen. Is Luka going to look over to the bench? Is he going to try and find Nico Harrison and all that stuff? I'm for it, Luka. If you want to be a little petty, I'm cool with you being a little petty right now. Drop 43, 44, 45, and just let that be a reminder of what you let go. Now, of course, the real one is going to be when he comes back, to Dallas, because I'm sure the fans are going to go crazy. But this is I guess you could say, undercard, if you will, before the main event, right? This is the undercard. So I expect this game for everybody to be talking about it, and we'll talk about it after the game transpires. So, Luka, 43, 44, 45. 43, 44, 45. Just do one of those. Do one of those. Matter of fact, do better. Do 52. If you do 52, it's gonna be nasty. It's gonna be nasty. But speaking of nasty, let's keep this in the NBA. This is not really good. Joel Embiid, right? Joel Embiid is now looking at, and the 76ers, I should say, both are looking at what is available. What are the options? What is in the best interest, or what should we do with Joel Embiid and this knee situation that he has? Now, I'm going to tell you what I believe that he should do. But there's some things, I like to go to my notes, is that Joel Embiid right now has only played in 19 games this season, right? He's played in 19 games. I think he's averaged, somewhere around 20, 23 points a game. So he has been effective when he played those games, but his availability has not been there. His team right now is 20-36, right? Well below what the expectation was for this team. So what do you do? First off, you do your due diligence like you're doing now. You get all your information and look at it and see what you do. Here's what I say should be at the top, at the very top, and then the rest of the information that you want to find. Season is over. Your season is over, bro. They don't need to risk. Look, I go back to last year when he had his surgery, to get to play in the playoffs. He did not look himself last year in the playoffs, and I still don't understand. And I was scratching my head. I'm saying maybe I missed something, maybe I don't know, but why is Joel Embiid in Paris at the Olympics? That this is not helping out his cause. And of course, you see at the beginning of the season he didn't even play, and now we're at this point where he's only played, a handful of games, right? So right now, your season is over. Scrap it, wrap it up, whatever. Let's do whatever we can with the rest of the season. I'm not saying that it's totally over, because I said you got to run this thing through Tyrese anyway. But as far as like Joel Embiid, go ahead, wrap it up, bro. Do the due diligence, the information, all that stuff. But no more games for this month. We're going into March. What's this? March, April, May, June, July, August, September. I'm counting on my hands. 6-7 months, and let's get this brother right, or close to being right. Because right now, him going out there trying to play is going to do more damage, do more harm than good. And it's just, I think, in his best interest that he need to chill. He need to take a relax, or whatever. But yeah, definitely look at what it is that you got out there, what you need to do to get yourself right, because that's going to be a challenge in itself, because he's had injury problems throughout. So going out there trying to tough it out right now while your team is well below 500, there are no expectations, on this team. Let's get through the season. Whatever happens, but it won't be with Joel Embiid on the court. If he goes back out there, then we got a question like, who is letting this dude make these decisions, or who is allowing him to go back out there? No one should be letting Joel Embiid touch the court for the rest of the regular season, because I don't think they're going to make the playoffs. So I'm not even including that. The season has not played out the way that you thought you would think. You thought it was going to play out. So have a seat, bro. Get right. Don't do anything else during the summer. Just get right. Because when we all know when he's right, MVP. We've seen that. So if you really want to do that, if the 76ers really want to have a shot, they really want to have a chance, you got these other pieces. You got this young stud in Tyrese Maxey and some other guys that they got on this team. If you really want to try to make a run at it, because you're not going to beat Boston without Joel Embiid. You're not going to beat Cleveland without Joel Embiid. So you need Joel Embiid. So have a seat, young man. Get ready for next season. That's my thought, on there. So Luka, Joel, NBA. We're still going to stay in here. We're going to continue to talk about it. I talked about Luka being with the Lakers now. Obviously, AD is with the Mavericks. You had all these, trades right before the trade deadline, and then All-Star Weekend happened. I already talked about that. Check that out if you haven't already on the previous episode where I talked about All-Star Weekend. Now we're at the point of this push? Who's going to make the push? Who's going to really kick it in high gear and make some moves to close out the regular season? Because this is where everybody starts getting serious. This is where everybody starts saying, you know what, we need to really start playing for real. We need to really start trying to position ourselves for the playoffs and everything, or make a push, for the playoffs. So there are some teams that's out there that I think, can make a push. But I think the team that makes the biggest push for the rest of the regular season, I know some people would throw out the Lakers. They're sitting in fourth spot right now. I'm not going to put the Lakers, there. I think they can maintain that. They probably could move up, closer. I don't have them going to number one. So, and also, I think that's, is too easy. So what I'm about to say, I'm not saying that it's, just difficult, but looking at it, the team that I think is going to make the biggest push for the playoffs and, move up the standings is, I got the Golden State, right? And obviously because of Jimmy Butler, but there's some other things as well. So Golden State right now, they're sitting at 31-27, right? We got 25 games left in the regular season. Here's what I'm going to say. Golden State makes that push. One, because they got Jimmy Butler, right? That was a big move in itself, and we've seen that has been paying dividends, as of late. The other reason why I'm going to say that, there's 25 games left in the regular season. Of those 25 games, 15 of them are against teams that are at 500 or below. And now I'm looking at it as these games that the Golden State Warriors are going to play without Jimmy before the trade was done. These are 50-50 games, right? I was looking at those. Those could be 50-50. They could go any way, but they still may be favored, in them. With Jimmy on this team and being that definite number two that they need, I can see them winning 15 of, and I'm not saying all 15 will be against, at 500 or below, teams, because they got some other teams that they got, because they got a tough beginning of April where they got 4 games against, who is that? They got the Grizzlies, the Lakers, Houston, and who is this other team? They got New York. So they got the Knicks as well. So that beginning of April, that's going to be, kind of a struggle for them. Maybe they get through those 4 games. They may be, totally clicking, at that point and take some of those games. I wouldn't be surprised, if they did. But 15 games against teams that are at 500 or below, these are games that you should maximize. These are games that you should definitely, where it was a 50-50, I'm giving them 70% chance, of winning these games now. So the benefit of the schedule, also with the addition of Jimmy Butler, I think this, it was a really good trade for Golden State, because you have a clear number 2 now. You have a clear number 2. Not that the other guys, that I'm not saying Andrew Wiggins was bad or anything like that, but you got a guy in Jimmy Butler, one who has experience. He's been to the finals twice. He didn't win it, but he's been to the finals twice. He's played in a bunch of big games. He's headstrong. He's mentally tough, and he's happy, right? He's happy. So when Jimmy's happy, everything is, good to go. So I can see them making the biggest push in the Western Conference, going up that rank from where they are now, and really getting into, I think they're sitting at 8th right now, 8th or 9th. Don't quote me on this, one of those. But I could see them getting out of the play-in tournament, or play-in playoffs, or whatever they call it, question or category or tier or anything like that, getting above, that. So Golden State is who I got as and I know, look, it's the Lakers was way too easy. This one is kind of easy, but I gave you the reasons why I say that. So Golden State is in there. Let's move on to football, and let's touch base with Aaron Rodgers. A-Rod, discount double check. Doesn't do that anymore, but we're looking at teams that Aaron Rodgers could possibly be on, because he was already informed by the New York Jets is that will not be bringing you back. Good luck into whatever future endeavors that you will be jumping into. It just will not be here with the Jets. No surprise there. Let me just say that really, really quick. And no one should be surprised that Aaron Rodgers is not there. You have a brand new coach in Aaron Glenn, a first time head coach in Aaron Glenn, who's going to be tied to some quarterback. He doesn't want to be tied to Aaron Rodgers. That's on the tail end. We're talking about a year or two left, and in his career possibly and everything. You don't want to start your career, off like that. So yeah, he's gone. But where will Aaron Rodgers land, or what are some possible spots? So I have a few teams here that I listed, and then I'm going to start eliminating some of these. And I looked at them, but I wanted to give myself a little bit of a challenge while I'm doing it, and not really just dissect it, right? Go off of a feeling a little bit. So bear with me here, on here. We got the Rams. And the reason I say the Rams is because right now, Los Angeles has given Matthew Stafford the opportunity to seek a trade and, peak interest. So I'm just saying that's a possibility that might be out there. And Aaron is a California guy, California kid. Maybe he might want to, go back and play in California, right? There was the rumors about San Francisco and all of that stuff. So that's how I put the Rams on here. Pittsburgh, right? Justin Fields and Russell Wilson, both are free agents. We don't know if they're going to be back. There's talking about, those guys may be moving on to other teams. So that is a possibility. New Orleans, I know. It's like, but Derek Carr is there, Jelani. I know Derek Carr is there. But again, you got you got a coach that's coming in first time in Kellen Moore. I don't know if and the funny part about it is that these two guys played against each other in college. And now one of them is the coach and one of them is the player. But I don't know if he's totally tied to Derek Carr. Could be a possibility, on there. And maybe he wants some veteran, presence, with that team, because they got some pieces that Aaron probably could utilize. Las Vegas, right? We know they need a quarterback. We don't even need to expound upon that. And then you got Cleveland, New York, and Tennessee, all teams that need quarterbacks, right? So I'm going to go ahead and eliminate, 4 of these teams. I'm going to eliminate Vegas, Cleveland, New York, Giants, that is, and Tennessee, all because Tennessee picks first, Cleveland picks second, the Giants pick third, and the Raiders pick sixth. I think all of them will probably get a quarterback. If you look at the lay of the land last year, we saw a guy like Bo Nix that fell to the 10th spot. I think it was the 10th spot, but he was a late quarterback. He wasn't in the first two and got them to the playoffs, right? So that's why I'm getting at. Now, Cleveland will probably mess it up and go draft a kicker or something like that with the first round pick, but I digress. Don't get mad at me, Browns fan. You know what I'm talking about. They should get a quarterback. You need a quarterback. So I'm going to take those teams out. So that leaves us New Orleans, Pittsburgh, and the Rams, right? So looking at this, a lot, again, Matthew Stafford has to move first, before the Rams. Would Sean McVay want Aaron Rodgers in there? Even with Matthew Stafford leaving, I don't think that Sean McVay would be interested in that. I think Matthew Stafford is not Jayden Daniels or anything, but he's not a statue back there. I think Sean McVay really wants still a mobile quarterback, and Aaron is not as mobile as he once was. That leads us to New Orleans and Pittsburgh, right? So I said about New Orleans, I could see New Orleans moving on from Derek Carr and putting a spark, if you will, in New Orleans and having Aaron Rodgers there. Pittsburgh, it being, this gritty city, I don't know. I don't know. But the thing that probably turns me off more than anything is the wide receiver position in Pittsburgh. I don't know if Aaron Rodgers would be ready for George Pickens. I don't know. Now definitely George will get his opportunities that he's been wanting, for the ball to come to him or come to him more often. But I don't know. So I got those 3. Honestly, I would not be surprised. You're going to think I'm maybe crazy here. I would not be surprised if Aaron Rodgers sat out this year. Just not, the right spot. Teams aren't, what they're looking for. Again, the Rams, they went to the playoffs. I think they're looking to get little bit younger at the quarterback position. You got Pittsburgh. I think they're really trying to solidify who's going to be the next quarterback for the next 5 to 10 years, at that organization. Not a short term, fix. Again, if they're going to go with somebody, maybe it's Justin Fields, if they're going to go long term. And then with New Orleans, although I could see them moving off of Derek Carr, I just don't think they would totally move off of Derek Carr for Aaron Rodgers at this point. So that's what I want to say is that where's the best landing spot? Nowhere. I think Aaron could really sit out this year and not be on the team because he's going to want to start. He's not going to want to go to a team where he's the backup and waiting for an injury or anything like that. And you wouldn't expect him to, do anything like that. So that is my decision. That's my prediction is that Aaron Rodgers will take a year off and then maybe he'll come back, the year after. We'll see. We'll see. We'll see. Uh, Last, but definitely not least, I told you we'll talk about some baseball, right? And we're talking about the New York Yankees. The New York Yankees, right? They made some changes to their policy that they have where it comes to this right here, and that is facial hair. So we've all known that if you play for the Yankees, it's just like, nah, bro, no beard, nothing, keep it clean. I mean, you can do a little mustache or whatever, but you got to keep this clean. And if not, you can't play here. So they recently just made an they adjusted the policy and started allowing a beard, but the beard has to be nice, clean cut and all that stuff. Did the Yankees do this for a particular reason? Is it them, trying to catch up with the times, maybe? No, I don't believe so. Because if it was, you would have completely just got rid of it and just said, you know what? Anybody and everybody come to the Yankees and play, right? So I think you're trying to make parties on both sides happy because I believe that the Yankees have lost some key free agents due to that facial hair policy. And I think it's not more of, man, I can't wear my hair the way I wanted to. It's just like, bro, that's really what we talking about in 2024, 2025, going back to, even 4 or 5 years. That's what we're really doing is that we have to look this certain way. Nah, I'm not with that. I'm not with that because if you're doing that, ain't no telling what else you're gonna be trying to get me to do. So I believe that they have lost some free agents and they're trying to loosen it up a little bit and say, hey, see, we're cool. We're with the times. Come on, now get rid of all of it. Just drop it. If you want to look like Forrest Gump when he was just out there running for no reason, but you're betting 300, come on, that's what you need to be doing because that's what other teams are. It's guys that's out there that got that caveman beard, right? Who? No one cares. No one is sitting saying, I want my baseball player to look a certain part. No, they're not at all. So the Yankees, it's about time that you made some type of change, but you're still not there yet. Get rid of all of it. Get rid of it all. Let them just look the way that they want to look. I mean, as long as they don't come in there stinking and nothing like that, and taking baths and all that stuff, that's all that matters. So it's a move in the right direction. But next year, just get rid of it. Just get rid of it. No need. No need. What is a need is this show and you to watch this show as always. And I appreciate everybody that's been chiming in, everybody that's been supporting your boy, and continue to support your boy here. And we'll continue to do all the stuff that we always do each and every time. So again, y'all have a very good day, a very good week, whatever else that you're looking forward to. I hope it happens to you and for you. I'm going to get out of here. I'm going to holler at y'all next time. 2 things as always. Stay positive and push forward. And I'll holler at y'all later. Peace.